In the historic Doon Valley of Uttarakhand state, a forest school was established by Sir Dietrich Brandis in 1878. It was re-established as Imperial Forest Research Institute in 1906. And in 1920s, before the construction of iconic FRI main building, a building was constructed as a prototype to it using slim bricks and lime mortar. Being part of the growth of the Mecca of scientific forestry in India, this building has witnessed the evolution and development of scientific forestry than any other structure. This building was then finally hidden behind the rows of ficus benjamina trees to protect the view of FRI main building. In May 1981, after a certain period of independence to India, the increasing need for state forest service officers was realized. This prototype building was then established as the third State Forest Service College after Bernihart and Coimbatore. Since then, the Academy has been imparting training on scientific forestry to SFS officers from various states of the country. The beautiful journey that started in 1981 has become a benchmark for training SFS officers, and the efforts of senior forest officers is always cherished. So far, the Academy has trained about 1100 SFS officers from various states of the country. And in 2009, the SFS College was renamed as Central Academy for State Forest Service, Dehradun. Now, the Academy has been a torchbearer for SFS training in the country. With Mussoorie Ranges in the backdrop, and the river Thames flowing adjacent to the forest of Champions Block, the Academy is surrounded by the iconic Forest Research Institute to the north, historic Botanical Garden to the east, and the prestigious IGNFA to the west. We can proudly say that the campus of Casforce Dehradun is one of the best green campuses in the world. It stands tall as one of the premier institutes in forestry training in India, and now it's made a name for itself. Central Academy for State Forest Service, Dehradun. Under the brightness of sun, the calmness of moon, and the coolness of rains, life thrives in coexistence. It is a symphony filled with joy, vibrance, and irresistible energy. The Casforce Dehradun is one such a wonderful ecosystem. The lush green campus has many species of plants, which in turn harbors a variety of birds, butterflies, and other life forms. The trainees reside amidst the nature and learn about forestry in coexistence. Casforce Dehradun is one among the 3 SFS training institutes functioning under the Directorate of Forest Education, Dehradun. The administration functions through the principal and a team of faculty members who are from prestigious Indian Forest Service. Through meticulously planned modules of classroom sessions, presentations, and workshops, the Academy instills confidence and flair that is demanded of a forest officer. From a raw individual talent in the beginning of the training, the Academy transforms every trainee into bright forest officer with the values of discipline, honesty, and integrity at the core of the personality. Through various competitions, the trainee is persistently nurtured to be more creative and innovative. The Academy engages the trainees with highly knowledgeable senior forest officers to impart practical knowledge. To cope up with the need of highly demanding technical skills, the Academy has well-equipped computer and GIS laboratories. The Academy empowers the trainees with the tools of new technologies and develop them into assets for the Forest Department. Online classes are also taken. Being in Sylvan campus of FRI, the trainees have ample opportunities to follow the hobbies of birding, photography, and botanization. Trainees are also given the task of planting operations. The Academy also provides short-term and general refresher trainings for in-service State Forest Service officers. The Academy has one of the best infrastructure and resources that is essential for an institution to impart a quality training. With very good hostel facilities, the academy feels like a home away from home. The academy has its own officers' mess. With dedicated and experienced mess staff, the trainees are given the healthiest and nutritious food. Eco-friendly practices of solar cooker and the city farming adds value to the functioning of mess. Sound knowledge on forestry is very crucial for foresters. With one of the large and diverse collections of literature from past to the present, the library in Casforce, Dehradun provides excellent opportunity to the trainees to study various aspects of forestry. With regular library sessions, the trainees enrich their knowledge on diverse subjects through healthy discussions and ideas.
At Central Academy for State Forest Service Dehradun, we get officer trainees from various states for 2 years duration, and the object is to train them in professionalism, personal growth and physical fitness. In professional growth, we focus to enhance their skill and knowledge on forestry, environment and wildlife. While personal growth is very important to make officers with high caliber, integrity and honesty. Physical fitness is through PT and games in the morning. We give back to the states and to the nation officers capable of handling natural resource management.
For an officer trainee, tours and field visits are an important part of the academic life. Academy largely has 4 major tours and 4 case study tours, covering almost all the states of the country, including the Andaman Islands. Other than these major tours, the trainees are given exposure to various aspects of forestry with a large number of local field visits and exercises like working plan, BEG, forest mensuration, watershed, ecological census, and so on. Academy tries its best to give maximum practical knowledge to the young budding officers about various ecosystems, institutions, techniques, challenges, and field realities. The officer trainees are also given the privilege to visit the neighboring Bhutan. During the tours, the trainees develop sense of compassion and kindness towards animals and nature. Academy also ensures that each trainee has broadened his mind to face the challenges in the future. Every tour awakens the trainee with new perspective of thoughts. At Casforce, Dehradun, physical fitness is given great importance. Under the guidance of sports officer and physical instructor, the trainees are made to sweat hard in the morning PT session. The fitness of each trainee is monitored very closely using BMI machine. With facilities like open gymnasium and a well-furnished gym, Academy provides wonderful atmosphere to improve one's physical fitness. A fit body is very essential for a practical forester. To inculcate the spirit of sportsmanship and a healthy competitiveness, trainees are divided into 4 houses that battle for the championship during the annual sports meet. In the evening games period, the Academy has wonderful infrastructure to play group games or pursue a passion of their own. In Casforce, Dehradun, the saying, "sound mind in a sound body," is at the forefront of the sportsmanship. In Casforce, Dehradun, training is not all about forestry. Through the Officers Club of Casforce, Dehradun, the Cultural Club provides various platforms to the officer trainees to showcase the talent and exhibit the cultural heritage of Indian states. During the annual Srijan event held ahead of convocation, the officer trainees and faculty members come together to give a delightful treat to the eyes of the residents of FRI campus. All festivities are also celebrated with great joy to bring more colors to the life of the officer trainees. With celebrations like these, Casforce Dehradun gets more closer to the heart, with many memories to cherish upon. Jungles are the cradle of human evolution. Being part of the service that solely aims to protect the nature sustainably, the multidimensional aspects of forestry sector makes the job of conservation a really challenging one. To learn the art of forestry, it is important that the forester walks in the jungle. Practical knowledge is second to none in terms of utility. The SFS officer trainees are frequently taken to jungles to master the craft of technicalities of forestry. The trainees are trained hard in the field to give first-hand knowledge about the core forestry subjects of forest ecology, forest surveying, forest mensuration, silviculture, wildlife census techniques, and so on. Regular visits to the field also make the trainees more humble and appreciative of the hard work put in by the frontline staff. This makes them not only good officers but a better human beings too. For an officer trainee, the day of convocation is very special. 2 years of journey comes to an end for a new beginning to embark upon. On this day, an officer trainee would be proudly presented to the respective states as a well-trained officer for the service of the nature. This day brings culmination to the process of 2 years of training program where an individual is transformed into a thorough professional through the art of discipline, hardship, and enlightening awakening to the aspects of life in forestry. Having trained to serve the voiceless, we have a great responsibility. After all, we are just a speck of dust on this giant earth. Let's do our bit to make ourselves and our Mother Earth a better versions of themselves.